Sometimes divorce is the answer. Yes. Yes. I know that's not something you guys hear me say much at all, but sometimes divorce is an answer. I've said it before, especially when it comes to, people work through cheating. We've seen plenty of videos of people who've worked through cheating, but public cheating, public embarrassment, continuously being cheated on. And here we have Papoose, who's currently in this situation. To me, just seemed like the next plausible move is divorce becomes one of those very logical possibilities. How much can one man take or woman? There's only so much of public humiliation and embarrassment that a person can take. And it looks like Papoose has finally had enough because he has signed those divorce documents and filed those papers. This has been confirmed not only via this post by Clarissa Shields that reads, Remy Ma, I'm going to say whatever the F I want to say. Yes, we're going to have a family. So she's planning to have a child, it seems like, with Papoose. Hey, that's crazy. Goes on to say, yes, we're happy. And yes, you still invited to the barbecue and cookout as long as you have a good attitude. Leave me and Pop alone. Nobody worried about you. July 26th is our only focus. I think that's maybe a fight that's coming up. And here's where she talks about the divorce. At the bottom, it says, and ain't nobody scared of you either. Sign them divorce papers. Pop filed yesterday. So it's official. Before I saw any possibility that these two might actually get divorced, I just saw this as like a continual, highly, highly messy situation, a lot of drama. And I really didn't take it that seriously. But now it looks like it's heading that way. And I'll be honest, I'm surprised it took that long, considering that there's more cheating allegations of Papoose exposing Remy Ma for cheating with not only men, but also being apparently DL.
I try to be intimate. I'm keeping it 100 with you. I try to be intimate with her. And she came in the bed with me. She slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. After she do that, she go back to sleep in the room with homegirl this particular night. I said, something is fishy here. I said, I ain't no rocket scientist, but this ain't adding up. You feel me? So I said, damn, something wrong, something ain't right here. So one time, I had to go do something. I had to go handle some business. So I go handle business. I come back in the crib. It's a big-ass crib. And they got like a long walkway to get to our bedroom. It's like a long walkway. And then on the other side is the other rooms. So I come in the crib. As soon as I walk in, I look down towards our bedroom. I see my daughter in our room by herself. I said, yo, what the heck? Where the hell is she at? So I go up the other side. And when I tell you this is a big crib, so it's a long walkway. I go to the other side. I go in the room. She in the bed. I don't see homegirl, though. It's like she booked it or something when I came. But I see a whole plate, peanuts, cashew, all these type of raisins all laid out. But my daughter in the room by herself. So I said, yo, why the baby in the room by herself? She made some bullshit excuse. Extreme liar. You never seen a liar like this in your life. I said, where homegirl at? She didn't even answer that. It was just like a weird answer. I pushed past that. Moving on along, I hate to say this, y'all. I hate to say this. But you want to know why she started having so much animosity towards me? Because I ended up finding out the truth, y'all. And I'm not saying this because it's a bad thing, but I'm saying this because, and when I say not a bad thing, because I don't judge people who live that lifestyle. But she has done a lot of bashing towards people who live that lifestyle and talk so bad about them and say so many foul things about them that it hurted her so bad that I knew the truth.
Wow.
So on another day, I caught her with this individual in our house while my daughter was on the bed with them. Ended up catching it.
Oh, no. What? In the act? While the daughter is in the bed? There is no way. There is no way. Put that coffee down.
Now, this individual is a female, so I can't do nothing to her. I don't put my hands on females. Y'all want to know what I did? I told the individual, I said, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be honest. I didn't put my hands on her. because I'm not going to do that. I don't hit women.
He said, but I shook her real. No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. It's a joke.
But I told her to get out. I said, get the fuck out. Because I felt very disrespected that took place in my house while my daughter was right there on the bed. And you know what she did? Blame me.
Of course.
Said it wasn't true. Said my ears deceived me. My eyes deceived me. Which goes back to what I was telling y'all earlier. She's the type of person who will say something to you, and 10 to 5 minutes later, she'll say, I didn't say that. Straight bipolar. Straight bipolar. Was diagnosed with it. Ever since I caught that, she resented me.
Yeah. You see, this level of infidelity within a marriage, I can't even. What I heard before all this to me was just like, this is just too much. Let's be serious here. What are we doing? And everything everybody's seeing, and the divorce along with it, to me, makes a lot of sense. Of course, people here have something to say. Top comment says, I don't know. I always knew Remy liked women, and I always knew Remy didn't like Pop, for real. She look at him like he weak. Your wife harder than you, yet you saw no signs. Money must have made him blind. Somebody else here added he wasn't hitting it right. Some women are just gay. If she's down low, she's down low. That's just what it is for some women. Not every situation can be sorted out with what's between your legs. Somebody else who says she killed this man's ego. Another person who says she was in jail. What you expected. You know, throughout this whole thing, I do know Papoose treasures his role as a father. He said that was part of the reason why he wanted to work things out with Remy and not necessarily divorce. You would think he'd be okay with the divorce, given that I could assume, because I haven't heard anything about it, I can assume that there's no prenuptial agreement involved, but who knows? I don't think there is. We'll talk to our AI assistant, Miss Coffee, and get some research on that. But his daughter recently spoke out about the whole situation. Now, the print here is really small, so we're going to have Miss Coffee actually read this for us. Miss Coffee, can you please read what did Papoose's daughter say in regards to everything going on with Remy Ma and the alleged cheating?
Sis is done babysitting the comment section every time Remy Ma's cheating rumors resurface. Let's break down her rant in plain English. Why are y'all tagging me? Chanel kicks things off basically saying, when messy stuff happens, stop running to my page like I'm TMZ. It's T for you, real life for me. Reminder, gossip is her family drama. Calling Remy out? Hard. Chanel flat out says Remy's dead wrong. Cheated publicly with Mr. Battle Rap, and everyone, family, friends, the Shade Room commenters, already knew. Defending dad, she hypes Papoose's loyalty, slams folks flip-flopping on him, and shuts down the rumor he wants a payday. My father don't want no damn money. Dragging the critics, she labels random internet judges whack, says the family's endured enough, and throws shade at people calling her father sassy. According to Chanel, Pap barely talks, so put respect on the Silent King's name. Final sigh, a heartbroken I hate this happened at all, to be honest. Pure embarrassment that the cheating saga is forever on display. Bottom line, honey, Chanel's loyalty badge is flashing bright. She's embarrassed for the family, blames Remy for the mess, and wishes strangers would stop slurping their pain like morning coffee. Her story is less spilled tea and more cleanup crew, mopping up gossip splatters while defending Daddy Pap. And there you have it, today's sip from Miss Coffee.
All right, so that's that. One thing that I think people do take very lightly is the fact that children are always involved in these type of situations. To me, they're the ones that suffer the most, and very few people realize how much children are affected in the long run. The last thing I wanted to know, Miss Coffee, is do they have a prenuptial agreement? And what are we looking at here as far as damage when it comes to what I'm assuming may be Remy Ma's finances? Talk to me.
Is there a prenup between Remy Ma and Papoose? Spoiler alert, nah, darling. Zero paperwork, nada, zip. They tied that knot back in '08 while Remy was still calling collect from prison. Trust me, nobody stopped the ceremony for a lawyer and a stack of disclosures. Now fast forward 17 years. Papoose finally marches down to the New York Supreme Court, stamps a complaint for divorce on May 22nd. Translation, he officially hit the eject button. They're only at the starting gate, though. Final decree, not even close. Lawyers still have to dig through pay stubs, royalty checks, and every dusty TuneCore receipt. Here's why that matters. New York is an equitable distribution state.
Right.
Anything they earn during the marriage goes into the same pot, then a judge ladles it out fairly. Fair rarely means 50-50, but Remy's bag is bigger. She's sitting on around 4 mil, Pap's hovering near half a mil, give or take. On paper, Sis will likely cut the bigger check, spousal support, assets split, whatever the court decides. But Chanel, Papoose's daughter, already told the internet, "My father don't want no damn money from Remy. And let's be real, his brand is loyal king, not petty ex with a handout. So he might wave some dollars just to keep that halo shining." What's next? Discovery. Both sides swap financials, ugly but necessary. Negotiation, could be mediation, could be courtroom fireworks. Judge signs the decree, and they're officially single, ready for their next mixtape, or rebound boo. No prenup means Remy's bigger purse is definitely on the table. Whether Pap grabs a slice or not, that's between pride, lawyers, and whatever keeps his image intact. Remember, sweetheart, this is commentary, not legal advice.
Right.
Sip responsibly.
When it comes to the whole pride thing and maintaining image, I just think that's crazy. As far as I'm concerned, I know she's going to really try and champion that whole "he wants my money," thinking that he will not go for it, but run those pockets dry. That's my non-legal advice, right? And if you're a man today who's engaged, currently planning to propose, or maybe soon to be married, it's never too late to head over to fathershaverights.com and make sure you protect your marriage via a prenuptial agreement. If you don't know where to start, fathershaverights.com is the best resource for you. That's why I created it. I wanted to help men who needed a prenup but didn't know where to start. Our guide shows you exactly the steps to take as somebody who values marriage in our modern day. Guys, I appreciate you as always for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.